Hello and welcome once again to Books Wale Bhaiya. I'm Abhishek and I'm coming to book reviews after quite some time. It's been more than a month, I guess. I had interviewed some authors whose interviews are posted on YouTube. So I'm coming back to book reviews after quite some time, but I will make up for way more than what was lost during those weeks. And today I'll be covering 5 books in this single video itself. And this time I'll be talking about some books written on the Bharatiya Janata Party or the BJP. Yes, the party which is ruling India at the center since past 8+ years. A lot of books quite expectedly have been written on BJP in the past all these years, and I have picked 5 books specially for you whom I believe are among the best books written on BJP. About 2 of these books I have already provided you a review, so I will not be touching upon them in detail, and my focus will be more on the remaining 3 books. So, well, let's start. The first book I'm talking about is Jugalbandi, the BJP Before Modi by Vinay Sitapati. As I said, this is I have already reviewed this book before. In fact, this was the first book which I reviewed on this YouTube channel. So talking about Jugalbandi, it's authored by Vinay Sitapati, and in my view, it's the most comprehensive history of the BJP written. It provides you a lot of detail, a lot of fascinating information, a lot of information which is, you can say, might not be known in the public domain. It starts on a very interesting note that when in 1995, when BJP was preparing for 1996 Lok Sabha elections, Advani ji made a statement in Mumbai, and he unexpectedly, to the surprise of everyone, announced that not he but Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji will be the prime ministerial candidate from BJP in the upcoming 96 elections. So starting with this critical event in the history of BJP, he takes us to the history of the RSS, the ideological parent of the BJP in 1925. It talks about the personalities which shaped BJP and Bharatiya Janasangh as it was known then. It talks about the events which led to the creation of Bharatiya Janasangh, how Shyama Prasad Mukherjee did not like Pandit Nehru's attitude and his approach towards solving the problems of Kashmiris and Bangladeshis, and that's why he decided to start his own party. The core focus of this book is, however, on the Jugalbandi, or on the relationship between Atalji and Vajpayee, the 2 stalwarts of the BJP. So good chunk of the book is focused on that, how the relation between these two, the 2 most important figures in the BJP, shaped BJP and shaped, you can say, Indian polity as we know it today. It in fact tells you that there were situations wherein Vajpayee and Advani ji did not even agree on certain counts. There were situations wherein Vajpayee faced issues within the BJP leadership. There were situations wherein quite unexpectedly, and may come as a surprise to many, that Vajpayee's reformist movement, in the sense economic reforms they talk about, was there was great resistance he faced from within the BJP itself. As I said, the key focus is on describing BJP, how these 2 scholars shaped BJP. It covers the period, you can say, up to 2014, by the time Prime Minister Modi came to power. But you can say the large chunk is focused on the era up to 2004, when BJP ran a full-term government. And it also tells you a very interesting fact, something which I believe many may not be knowing, that BJP is the only large political party which has never been divided. There has never been a split in BJP, which Vinay attributes to the RSS philosophy of, consolidating the Hindu society. And that's one of the key reasons he argues that BJP as a large party has never faced any split. Loaded with lots of information, and it's, as I said in my video, it's a very, very unbiased account of the BJP when it tells you the facts as they are without judging them in any way. Interested in the history of BJP? Interested in the history of Indian polity? Well, look no further. The other book I'll talk about is The New BJP by Nalin Mehta. Nalin Mehta is a well-known journalist. Now, this book takes a different approach. Its purpose is not that much about the history of the BJP, but the core area of this book is about describing how the BJP is winning election after election. And that's why, well, the title, The New BJP. And Nalin argues that BJP is not only about Hindutva, it's not only about Pakistan bashing or things like that. It is about many things, and most importantly, the new BJP is about welfare. So he has his, using data analytics, using his own statistical indexes, he has done a lot of research, and on the basis of that, he believes, taking Uttar Pradesh as a case study, that the BJP is winning election after election because it is reaching the masses. It is reaching the underprivileged, it is reaching the Dalits, it is reaching every section of the society, and is doing a lot of welfare for them through things such as, availability of housing loans, availability of building toilets, and providing all other basic necessities, something which he believes people also believe that was not given to them earlier, and that is what is attracting all stratas of society towards the BJP. It again covers several other interesting anecdotes, several interesting facts about BJP. For example, one of the things was that there was a somewhat Ram Mandir type movement somewhere in Karnataka once. It did not gain that much prominence. It tells you one very interesting thing about the rise of the BJP. You can say what hard work has actually went into and what core strategic planning has went into making BJP what it is today. From a party which got just 2 seats in 1980s, today it's winning state after state, and is after Congress happening the first time that they have ruled the center twice with full majority. So a lot of interesting information you will find in this book. And as I said, Nalin has used a lot of data analytics, but if you are not a data person, you need not worry, because there is nothing wherein he uses any technical jargon or something. Want to know about the new BJP? Want to know why BJP wins so many elections? Well, this is your book. The third book this is about, book is The Saffron Tide by Kingshuk Nag. Now he at times is a bit critical of the BJP. He argues, he says what he feels is the truth. It's not like being pro-BJP or anti-BJP, but he has presented information and has given his view wherever he feels is what it is. It gives you a lot of, I would say, differentiating feature of this book is gives you a lot of granular details in the history of the BJP. For example, it gives you sometimes details of which candidate won or lost the election by how many seats or by what margin, how many seats did the BJP win this particular election. A lot of tidbits of information, a lot of small granular facts. If you are interested in such kind of an information like I am, this book covers that gap, something which is, you can say, not done in other books. So that is one of the things I liked in this book. Another is that it gives you very interesting information at the beginning. Like BJP, we know, is looked at as a Hindu party, a party which talks about Hindus. However, he argues at the very beginning that if you read India's political history, you will realize that it's Congress, which is the original Hindu party of India, and not the BJP. He argues that there were several leaders within Congress who talked of the welfare of the Hindus, who talked about the after effects of the partition, Kanhaiyalal Maniklal Munshi, Acharya Kripalani, and lot many which talked about the welfare and the problems being faced by the Hindu society. He talks about RSS at the very beginning, and his focus is more on the RSS-BJP relationship. How RSS gained control, how after that of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, what was the role of the RSS in the initial years of shaping of the BJP. So that is one of his core areas he talked about in this book. One of the problems with this book, which is not really a problem, is that this was written in 2014. And a lot has been changed since then in Indian politics. BJP has won way more states, has won more, too many seats. So some of the information you will find in this book is quite dated. So I would believe that an updated edition should ideally come. So some of the things you talked about, which was not the case in 2014, well, things have changed a lot, and some of the information you may not find resonance with the current times. All in all, a very good effort to talk, to explain, to understand about BJP. The fourth book, and I would say this is a book I would like to talk most about, The BJP Past, Present and Future by Shantanu Gupta. I would say this is the most systematically written book on BJP, and I would say it's one of the most systematically written books I have read in general about politics or history, you can say. First of all, I think Shantanu's work is very comprehensive. It's a little surprising that he is not a BJP insider. I mean, such kind of details, such kind of information, someone may believe may only come from an insider, someone who has been there in the party ranks. So incredible effort by Shantanu. One of the things I liked, as I said, systematically written. In fact, Shantanu has expressed his views very clearly, very openly about the BJP, what he likes, what has happened, and why he supports several things, why he thinks these things which happened in the history of BJP were correct. So the first chapter actually talks about, most importantly, why there is a need for a nationalist party like BJP. It delves deep into the history, and he talks about events which took place even before the birth of RSS. What all events, you can say, happened even before the advent of the RSS, which shaped Indian history, which shaped the Hindu history, you can say. So he takes that approach in understanding why, first of all, there should be a party like BJP. He expresses his views, what things he finds wrong, which happened with the Hindu society, and things like that gave birth to RSS and then to BJP. He then talks about RSS in a lot of detail. And I think the best book to understand about RSS, while there are several, but I would say if you have to read one book, at least initially read this book and hit the part on RSS to know about RSS. I don't think a lot of authors have been able to do it that way. They have talked about RSS, but I would say no one understands RSS and its relation with BJP better than Shantanu. So I would say that was probably the best part about RSS, the best part of the book which I read. Then he talks about Bharatiya Jansangh, what challenges it faced, and he delves deep into very specific, even you can say policies, very specific events, and then how from Bharatiya Jansangh it moved to BJP. In fact, interestingly, the specific part in BJP comes towards the end, and as you know, I talked about this being a very systematically written book. And then again in the first term of the BJP, when BJP gained power in 90s under leadership of Vajpayee ji, what key issues it faced, what problems it faced, how was the response, you know, of the leadership. He tries to argue at some points which are believed to be in general true, that there were issues between Vajpayee and RSS, there were issues between Vajpayee and Advani ji. He, however, somehow disagrees with that, and whether or not you agree with Shantanu or not, I would say, given his level of knowledge and his understanding of the BJP, I think this is one book which gives you some great food for thought. All in all, an extremely well written book on BJP. I think it takes a lot of writing ability to talk not only about the history but the present as well as the future, and Shantanu has done that superbly well. So one book I strongly recommend on BJP. The next and the last book is The Rise of the BJP. The next and the last book which I'll be talking about is The Rise of the BJP by Bhupender Yadav and Ila Patnaik. So this book gives you actually an insider's perspective, because Bhupender Yadav ji is a member of the BJP, he is a political leader, and Ila Patnaik, not really an insider perspective, but she worked as the principal economic advisor under Prime Minister Modi. So yes, she definitely has insights into the policy making part, at least in the economic policy making. So this book, of course, as it talks about BJP, it focuses less on the old history. It focuses more on the time since BJP gained power at the center, which is since 90s, and especially in the Prime Minister Modi's era. And it focuses a lot on, you can say, the policies being followed by the BJP, economic policies, social policies, and other such policies. So if you are looking at a very specific information about what steps did BJP take to solve a particular problem, whether in the Vajpayee ji's era or whether in Prime Minister Modi's era, this book gives you loads of information. So as I said, it's not that much about the initial years of the BJP and all. It's more about the more recent past of the BJP and how you can, make sense to understand BJP's future. It also focuses, you can say, a bit less on the RSS part. It does cover, of course, no book can, talk about BJP by excluding RSS, but as I said, the core area of this book is actually to help readers understand about various policies adopted by the BJP and various challenges being faced by the BJP, and how did the leadership, face those challenges. So that's how I would say this book is a bit different from other book, because of the core focus area of this book. Is all in all a wonderful read, more interesting read for those who are interested in the last 10, 15, 20 years of of BJP and how it's playing out in the Indian political scenario. Well, this is it. These are the 5 books I strongly recommend you to read on BJP and to understand BJP. You may have your own personal views, you may support the BJP, you may not, but if you really want to understand what is BJP and what is its history, what it stands for, and what is the likely future, well, these are the books I would recommend. Well, thank you very much for watching my videos. If you think I did a good job, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more updates. You can email to me as well at readwith80@gmail.com. Thank you.